Well, getting life insurance helps set up your loved ones should anything happen to you.
But here's something that might shock you and should really make you think. An unexpected diagnosis or even genetic testing that shows worrisome findings could mean that you can't get life insurance.
WCNC Charlotte's Michelle Bowden explains.
We started working on this story after a friend of mine, a breast cancer survivor, mentioned because of her diagnosis, she could no longer get life insurance. I was shocked. Turns out you don't even need a diagnosis to have that problem.
Kelly Cashmere wants everyone to know.
So the genetic testing theoretically saved your life?
100%. 100%. I mean, my doctors had always told me 6 months later, this would have been a very different story.
The mother of two was just 31 and going about normal life when her OBGYN, hearing of her family's cancer history, suggested she get genetic testing. Testing showed she had high chances of someday getting both breast and ovarian cancer. Worried for her two young daughters, she tried to get life insurance, but the results of the genetic testing were enough for life insurance companies to turn her away.
It was confusing and disheartening, especially because, people have this opportunity to get ahead of a cancer diagnosis by knowing their risk, right? So people are making this decision to do what's right for their health and to be proactive. And this is prohibiting people from doing this by, knowing that their life insurance is either going to be declined or rates will increase. And that's unfortunate.
2 weeks after her genetic testing, she found out she had cancer. That's part of why she founded the nonprofit Nothing Pink more than a decade ago, to help people navigate the need for genetic testing and all that the results can mean.
It's almost like you're being discriminated because of your genetic makeup.
It's rage-inducing. I do remember when I went for genetic testing, the people there said, do you have your affairs in order? Because we shouldn't do this until you have your affairs in order.
Meg Robertson, also a mother of two, had a life insurance policy, so she didn't worry at the time, but that's all changed. 5 years out now from her own cancer diagnosis, when her policy runs out, she'll be without life insurance.
My term will run out in about 1.5 years, and the rates that I'm being quoted to renew or to start over with another term are just so outrageous that I won't be insured with life insurance after this.
Maria McSwain is a life insurance broker with Consolidated Planning and confirms it's a case-by-case basis, but unfavorable genetic testing or a serious medical diagnosis can impact your ability to get life insurance.
So after a diagnosis, if you do not have something in place and you're wanting to get life insurance or more, that can affect your ability and the price, the cost of the life insurance.
She herself is currently without a life insurance policy because of her own medical issues.
So after I had my second daughter, there were a couple health things that arise. Thank goodness everything's good now, but it did cause me to be uninsurable. So I'm unable to get life insurance right now.
That's why she's so passionate about making people aware when you're young and healthy, that's the time to get life insurance.
I have two small daughters. And I really wish that I would have gotten it before.
We know genetic testing saves lives.
Cashmere is actually working with South Carolina legislators on a bill that would mean you can't be denied life insurance because of a genetic mutation. There's already a similar law on the books when it comes to health care insurance.
And people are being blindsided by this, right? And it's really impacting people's ability to take care of for their families in one of the most challenging times of their lives.
And it's frustrating because, again, it's prohibiting people from making better health choices.
If the bill passes, South Carolina would be the second state in the country to do so. Florida already has one on the books. And as far as Nothing Pink, if you'd like more information on that nonprofit, we've got all the information you need on our WCNC app. Reporting in Charlotte, Michelle Bowden, WCNC Charlotte.